Welcome to Mountain America Stadium in Tempe. Another season of EA Sports College Football kicking off here in Week 0. It's the Kentucky Wildcats and the Arizona State Sun Devils. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
If you haven't been to Tempe, Arizona to a college football game at Arizona State, it definitely should be on your bucket list. This is one of the most unique stadiums in all of college sports, built into the side of a mountain. You literally can go for a hike and watch the college football game. They have one of the most fun atmospheres in all of the stadiums, and they have built a concourse that is definitely worth a visit. A little club scene gets you going if you want to watch the Sun Devils. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Holly. And the Sun Devils will put boot to leather, and this will be the start of a new season. Fielded in the end zone. It's Barnes. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. First carry of the season for this transfer. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. All right, guys, let's talk a little Kentucky. The only important expectations are the ones inside the program, but when you start the season on the outside of the rankings looking in, it can give you a little bit of an edge, can it?
Yeah, they want to prove to everybody they should have been ranked coming into this year. These players are angry. They feel like they're being disrespected, and they want to make a point to the entire college football world with a big win today.
Yeah, and you hear it all off season, and you see it every year. The teams come out of nowhere, and they feel like they've got a lot of potential, a lot of high-ranked players on the squad, and they're going to put it together, and then they'll get themselves into those rankings.
In the gun, looking to throw on third down. He's got the tight end. First catch of the season as this freshman tight end wastes no time getting involved. The Wildcats will line it up on 1st and 10. They give it to the freshman, first carry of his career. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
From the gun, it's Baxter. Just smothered on the play.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Out wide left, it's Ivory. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
It's really nice to be a quarterback in today's football when running backs are basically wide receivers. Not only can you split them out, you keep them at running back, nothing open, I dump it to him. Look at that. He makes a big play for me.
The Wildcats are moving quickly down the field. Handoff for Baxter. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Kept the last one on the ground, now they'll throw. Caught over the middle, it's Skinner. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
And, man, this is exactly what you want as a play caller. You want to get your quarterback settled, give him some bunnies early to make some plays so he's feeling bulletproof. 4 for 4 to start the game. Yes, please. Offensive coordinator Jesse, I'm giving him an A+ so far for checking those boxes.
Well, he's done a good job getting his quarterback prepped for this one, too, because watching this guy throw the ball, he's making quick decisions, and he's throwing the ball with a lot of conviction. You can tell this guy watched a lot of film. He has the answers to the test early in this game. Well, the tight end shows off his speed. See his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
And the Wildcats, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Here's a give to C.J. Baxter. Kentucky trying to get a little scratch in the red zone. In the red area, it's Baxter. Can't get him to the ground. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
Kentucky will come to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll run it with Baxter. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
Second down to the air. Trying to bowl his way in. Touchdown, Kentucky! They grab the early lead. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Breaks into the open. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Play action on 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure, it gets to him, and the hit forced the incomplete.
And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Sets his feet, it's Boley. Left side, it's Miller. That'll be enough for a 1st down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the 1st.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. Keep it on the ground. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Kentucky has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. They'll try to move the sticks with Brown. Really nice job to convert that third down, and they've got it at the 33.
You got to love that third down, man. Third and short, you've got to be the more physical team. And listen, it's magnified, right? Because the offense just gave up a touchdown. On the opening drive, like, you don't want to punt the football. So nice job being physical on third and short, getting that next set of downs.
Finding space. Give him a pickup of 2. Second and 8.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Looking to throw, it's Boley. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Intercepted deep in his own end. Wildcats come out and set and ready to go. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. They'll start on the ground with C.J. Baxter. There he goes. Bulldozes his way through. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the second level and creating big lanes for this running back.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
You know, and that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
Off-play action. Holds on, it's Skinner. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. And the Wildcats getting set on 1st and 10. They go to the counter. Shakes off the defender. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15.
The counter play is a great play to mix in with your base concepts. Obviously, everybody flies to the football, bang. Now you pull a guy, you go backside, give him a little counter, keep the defense off balance.
Hand off for Baxter. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9.
And this D's going to have to find some answers, guys. I mean, you've seen him. This offense has moved the ball down the field, done what they want. Now first and goal situation. Who cares about the yards? Like, step up right here, try to force them into a fourth down, try to make them kick a field goal.
He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be third down.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
This is a big play in this season opener coming up right now. It's third and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown, Kentucky! Got it right in the heart of the end zone. Lining up for the PAT. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Here comes the Arizona State offense onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
And this is what's going to drive coaches crazy. It's mental errors, right? It doesn't take any talent or lack of talent to have that penalty. You just got to watch the ball, and when it's snapped, get after the quarterback.
Defense gave them a free one on that one. It's now 2nd and 5. Back to throw, it's Boley. Catch in the middle, it's Anderson. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Hey, that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
Draws and screens are a great way to slow down really aggressive pass rushers. It allows the defensive ends and the defensive tackles to run upfield. The offensive linemen kind of push them upfield, go down to the next level, try to sneak in a big play.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Right side, it's Anderson. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop, caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
Here's a give to Robinson. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. The Sun Devils have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Right back to the well. Open space at the 25. They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10. And the Sun Devils will snap it on 1st and 10. Tells to run, wants to pass. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Yeah, and 1st and goal, I think a lot of people get very conservative. Let's run the football, let's be very predictable. You can't be predictable, right, Palmer? You got to be aggressive, but what happened?
Well, I like the idea calling a pass play down there, but hey, for quarterbacks, it's touchdowns, checkdowns, or throwaways. You are not taking a sack under any circumstance right there. That quarterback's got to do a better job having the clock go off in his head. Keep his offense in good position to score.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down.
And this offense put together a really good drive, man. Like, that was a good drive, but 3rd down in the red zone when the field starts to shrink, they really struggled to try to find a play to get someone open.
It is perfect. Now the lead is down to 11.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Coming out with it, it's Barnes. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Fresh setter down's going to the air. That one's not even close.
That quick slant is a hard ball to adjust to and make your quarterback look good. If you throw it behind me and I'm coming down the line of scrimmage, I really don't have a chance to adjust and try to make my quarterback look good. He's got to miss that thing low or high. He can't miss it behind me.
2nd and long here. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Got the back over the middle. He gets it down to the 30-yard line, and time is running short here in the 1st half. Kentucky right back to the line.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the 1st down, and they like to do this. When they make a 1st down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
An 8-yard pickup on the 1st down completion, now 2nd and 2. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Going long. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. Bust through behind his pad. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half. Waning seconds of the 1st half, let's see just how aggressive they'll be. To throw, it's Boley. Turns up, it's Brown. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. The play fake. Defense was swarming around this quarterback, and he never had a chance to get it off. And down he goes, and we will head to halftime. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, week 1, the start of a brand new season, and it's our pleasure to welcome you into the EA Sports College Football Update Show. Let's start with Texas, taking on the number 17 team, the Penn State Nittany Lions. And it's the Longhorns with a gritty victory away from home. This team prepared well all week, and they'll enjoy the fruits of their labor, pushing them to 1-0 on the short season.
Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive, just like they do at the start of the game. They've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
Wants to go up top on second down. Out wide right, it's Harris. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
These are simple routes, the drag routes that go across the field, but they actually can turn into huge plays. You see all the speed on the outside now, wide receiver. You get it in his hands quick, he can go make a play, make one guy miss, and maybe next time he can make an even bigger gain.
Dropping back, it's Boley. Out wide left, it's Brown. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. Great job by this quarterback to beat the blitz, and then the running back made it to the sticks.
Yeah, awesome job. You see a extra guy coming. The running back is not accounted for. A nice job getting it to him and letting him get the first down. Great job, great read.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
You have to imagine the game plan in the second half. Being down, I got to come out and throw the football successfully, but how about this offensive line? They don't do their job. They don't protect their guy, and the defense setting the tone right out the gate.
Wildcats signal for a timeout. That's their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. He's looking downfield to throw. Left side, it's Miller. And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the first down?
Well, that time on 3rd and long, they just took what the defense gave him. Nothing down the field. They were hoping maybe he could make somebody miss after the catch. Wasn't able to do it, so now it sets up 4th.
They boot it away. Their field, this one in tight quarters. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarm him under for no gain. The Wildcats sending their offense onto the field. First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. Looking long. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
And both of these defenses, man, they've been so good. They've been physical. They've been great tackling, limiting explosive plays. But it's these type of plays right here, when it's kind of a 50-50, 60-40, where the offense has to make the play, the defense has been consistently winning in this football game.
Incomplete. What a fight for that one in midair, but neither guy could come down with it.
Yeah, a nice job by the defense understanding who their go-to guy is. That's the guy they want to feature. That's the guy they want to feed with good reason. He's a great player, but a great job by the defense taking away that primary read, making sure they don't make a big play.
On third down, he drops the throw. Blasted as he lets it go. Can't make the grab in this offense, which has been brilliant this season on third down. Doesn't convert this time. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Making his first move. Slips one guy, now he's loose. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. The offense goes back to work, and the defense is keeping them in it right now. They just really haven't gotten much done when they've had the football.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. One more time, it's Brown. Relying on that running game, and it works for about 3 yards to the 31.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind, but listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Ball at the 31, 3rd and short coming, defense trying to rise up. Dropping back, it's Boley. It's complete to the left. Turning, it's a fumble. And they were lucky that fumble went out of bounds. They'll maintain possession.
You start to get that offense go.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. The Sun Devils have it with a 1st and 10. Rashida Downs going up top. Caught behind the line. It's Brown. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Snaps it in the shotgun. Out wide left, it's Brown. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, ASU!
And listen, if I have a playmaker at running back like that with that kind of speed, yeah, I'm going to throw the swing to him, too. He drops back, surveys the field. He says, I know my guy can make a play, gets the ball in his hands right now on the swing. He does the rest, gets in for the touchdown.
Wants to pass. Rush right in his face, and he gets it away.
Well, every coordinator has a couple of two-point plays in his back pocket. They dialed one up there. They didn't get it. Let's see how that affects the outcome of this one.
Arizona State, 9. Number 7, set to kick this one.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Wildcats come out to get things going on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Patterson. Getting that push. A pickup of 4 out to the 26. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll move the wide receiver. 2nd down, gonna throw it. Got a man, it's Ivory. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
On the RPO, got him. Crosses the 45, out of bounds at the 47-yard line, and a solid play there.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
This Kentucky offense really moving the ball quickly. Cuts it upfield. It's Patterson. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They give it back to him. Nowhere to go.
You know, if you want to run the ball up the middle, you're going to have to block that guy. I mean, nobody even touched him, and he slanted right into the backfield, made the tackle for loss.
They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to beat the D deep. Makes a deep grab. Oh, he's got some space. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Wildcats! PAT unit on the field. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They march 78 yards down the field. And the capper coming on that 48-yard touchdown dart. And a special teams miscue as the kickoff goes. bounds. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. Running backs on either side of the quarterback. Looking for a man, it's Boley. Here comes the heat. Left side, it's Brown. They got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. We've reached the break, and Kentucky is on top. We take a moment to look at the stats and what has been a tight ball game. One more quarter to play. It looks as if we are ready to go here in the 4th. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Grab behind the line. It's Brown. Breaks into the open. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening.
And, man, this dude has been a weapon early in this football game. They just keep finding it. And the matchups are a problem. You want to put a linebacker on him, he's too fast for him. Continues to make catches, continues to chew up yards. You might want to think about putting a safety on him or somebody with a little bit more speed.
And the Sun Devils right after the huge play through the air back to the line. Tight end now in motion. Wants to throw one first. Comes down, it's Brown. And he stopped, brought down at the 18. It'll be enough for the first down.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing him the football, and he's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense because he'll continue to make big plays.
The Sun Devils have it with a 1st and 10. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Got it! And he's into the end zone! Touchdown, Sun Devils! On to attempt the try. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. He'll bring it out. It's Barnes. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here comes the Kentucky offense out onto the field. That last score the defense allowed made it a 1-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
That's such a nice start to this drive, too, because you've got the lead late and you want to run the football. You want to be physically dominant. Defense knows you're going to do it, and still, on the very first play of the drive, you're able to rip off a long run like that. Great vision there, and a nice job up front with the surge by the O-line.
Out wide left, it's Ivory. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down. 1st down here in what has been a highly entertaining Week 0 game. What a welcome to college football for this season. These corners going to give them some space. Motion from the back. Drops back on 1st down. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Back to pass on second down. The sure hands, it's Ivory. They've got it at the 41, third and short, trying to keep the chains moving. Push is ahead. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down.
And that's the challenge for this defense, man. It starts to get later in the ball game. That clock is not your friend. You're losing the football game. They got to meet the physical challenge of this run game.
On first down, it's Baxter again. That's why a good running game is a coach's and quarterback's best friend when you're trying to put the lid on the game.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Tells the play fake, wants to throw on first down. Right side, it's Skinner. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack.
Well, you can see the effect that last run play had on the defense. They had a really good-looking run, and all of a sudden they come back with play action. Everybody bites. They play downhill, and it opens up a guy up top for the offense. Really nice job setting up that shot play to get an explosive one through the air.
They'll run it. It's Baxter. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Wildcats.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a two-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
16.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Sun Devils offense makes its way onto the field. Giving up that last touchdown was an absolute killer. Now it's a two-possession game. They must get something here. It's dropped after taking the hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Running inside, it's Brown. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up one.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Under pressure. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
They'll take over. First and 10.
Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. And that interception might well be the nail in the coffin. Offense gets the ball back, up by 2 scores. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Look out! Going deep to the corner. And just too much on that pass, too high, too wide, out of bounds, and incomplete.
And I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot and see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Only able to pick up a yard, it'll be 3rd and 9.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the 1st down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. Just inside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 19. They'll give it to Baxter. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The give as they work on that clock. They were all over it. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
Great job by the defense. A big key coming into this one was 3rd down defense. They're going up against one of the 25 best in the country in that time, making a nice tackle before the sticks to set up 4th.
They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You got to love that as the players. You come out, you have so much anticipation coming into the season, finally getting ready to play in front of a live audience. You're able to come out and execute and get this win under your belt. David, couldn't be a better way to start the year.